Well, good evening, ISC fastball fans. Blair Setford and Rainey McLam with you on the nightcap. It's the Battle of Bear Creek, the Gremlins and the Express, as we come up on about 9:50 p.m. It's not quite that late, or is it 10 o'clock? My goodness, it is 10 o'clock. Wow, we're getting late into the evening here, Randy, on this one. Here is the batting lineup for the Bear Creek Gremlins. Matthew Waugh at the top of the shop. Jerome Remeke, Ben Anoka, Erica Choa, Cole Evans, Zenon Winters, Aviardo Penhuelas, Ladislaw Mallorzuk. Josh McGovern is back in. It looks like they're alternating catching duties here this week for the Gremlins. Defensively for the Bear Creek Express, Yusuke Maritas in left, Yusuf Davis Jr. in center, Callum Bichel over in right field, Cody Panabecker, David Golino, Hangel Adamas, and Luiger Pinto around the horn. It's Ty Sebastian back on the board for the Bear Creek Express. Rafa Flores behind the plate. Randy, Ty did not last very long last night. It was Liam Potts who picked up the win in a long game back and forth. Express rallying to defeat the Toronto Batmen last night. They're going to step it up again here this evening against the Bear Creek Gremlins.
Yes, and Ty used to pitch for the Batmen, and they've had his number this year several times. So that didn't surprise me at all.
No, they were almost begging for him to come back in at the end. They had their full of Liam Potts. There's Jack Bestgrove. He'll be on the board for the Gremlins, and Ty Sebastian will just about take the board and get ready for the first pitch. 9:51 p.m.
Of course, Matthew's got to get the batter's box correct.
And at least keep the front foot on the line. So Sebastian kicks, deals, fires up and in to Matthew Waugh for ball one.
Of course, Ty's going to be looking to come out throwing well tonight, get that monkey off his back from last night or the night before.
He needs to establish early that he's got control of the pitches and can hit the spots. I think that was what the big problem was last night. Didn't really hit the spots very crisply against Toronto. Falling behind here, 2-0 early. He's got the velocity up, 80 miles an hour from Ty. And this one in for a strike from Sebastian. The new uniforms for Bear Creek Express, simply the Creek across the front. Somebody said to me today, wouldn't it be better if it was the Raging River? But the Creek. Matthew Waugh gets into this one, well hit, deep center field, and gone! A leadoff shot for Matthew Waugh. The Gremlins jump out in front very quickly here in the top of the first.
And that's what happens when you get behind an account against this lineup.
Matthew Waugh, a solo shot. We saw JB jump out in front earlier this afternoon, Randy, in a elimination bracket game. And that did not work out so well for JB. They were up 7-1.
We've had some crazy games this year.
Well, JB won their first game of the tournament in an amazing comeback, and they lose their final game of the ISC World Tournament in similar fashion. It's crazy how the wheel turns.
This is the most extra inning games I remember having on the ISC side at this point in the tournament in a long, long time.
Yeah, we've had a few here the last couple of cycles. And a couple of crazy games again here today. 2 1-0 games back-to-back. Sandlot were 1-0 winners over Georgian Bay Giants in a game that started at 11 this morning. The follow-up to that was another 1-0 game. In fact, that one went 9 innings, and it ended on a Denny Benson no-doubter to right field for the Toronto Batmen over JDT, eliminating JDT.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that one's landed yet or not.
No. It's just coming back down into re-entry. And then in a wild game, like I said, JB were out 7-1.
Working on
They
the
were
run roll.
they were a hit away from a run rule in that game. Kegel Black Knights chipped away, and ultimately had the lead momentarily. JB tied it in the top of the 7th, and then Kegel Black Knights walked it off to advance to Friday at the ISC World Tournament, 9-8 for the Kegel Black Knights. Just a wild game. And then immediately preceding this, Hill United Chiefs, as this one tapped down to third by Remeke, and a short hop throw by Cody Panabecker, dug out very nicely over there by
With
Luigi
one out
Pinto.
for the Matters at center fielder, Ben Anoka. On deck, first baseman Eric Ochoa.
Hill United Chiefs were 3 outs away from a run rule win. Marco Diaz did get the record, 19 and 2/3 consecutive no-hit innings. He edges out Adam Folkard by a third of an inning. But the Drillers ultimately would collect half a dozen hits or more and 3 runs. But Hill United 9-3 winners over the Northeast Drillers. That game going the full 7.
Yeah, all these teams have no quit in them. You think you got them down, and if you don't put the foot on the throat and choke them out, they will come back on you and not just tie it but win it. We've seen it already a couple times today. Would not be surprised if we don't see a few more.
I have no doubt about it as we get down to the sharp end in the 2026 ISC World Tournament. This is the last game of today for the World Tournament on this diamond. On the front diamond, I can just see, I believe it is 6-3 for Sandlot. I think a game changer to cooperate. I would confirm that for you, but I believe that is a 6-3 score for Sandlot over Toronto. That one is in the 5th inning right now.
And Sandlot's kind of been the Cinderella story this year. We always have one with somebody, but they're the team, for me at least, that have really put together a good tournament.
No, I've been very impressed with that squad. Eric Chaparro, known mostly for hard-throwing rise balls, threw about 50% changeups today, it seemed, against Georgian Bay. He went pitch for pitch with Taiga Onishi. Sandlot scraped out a unearned run in the 5th inning, and that was the difference. Just misses outside, and Ben Anoka works a 1-out walk. Gremlins already up by 1. If you've just joined us, Blair Sedford, Randy McLam here on Softball Premier TV,
First baseman
ISC
Eric
Network.
Ochoa.
Matthew Waugh leads
On
off
deck,
with a
shortstop Cole Evans.
high and deep home run to straightaway center field.
And evidently Ochoa didn't think their lights were bright enough tonight. He decided to wear some really neon colors to brighten up the place.
Yeah, I give full credit to Eric. Between the two of these guys right here at the plate right now, if the lights go out, we'll be able to keep playing. Look at that between Ochoa and Flores. That is quite the collection going on there.
I'm going to have to get the umpire a fluorescent mask.
There you go. And a big cut by Eric Ochoa. There, Flores just creeping into your shot.
Well, don't be surprised if Ochoa doesn't match Waugh right here. and hit one just as deep.
He has been just so close, just missing on a couple of swings. That one is way up and out of the reach of Flores. So Inoka aboard on the walk, now up to second and into scoring position on the wild pitch.
Ty's not going to try to give me anything close, at least for another pitch or two. Well,
knocked out to left, but going to track that one down is Yusuke Morita, and he gets the throw in a hurry. No opportunity there for Beninoka to advance.
With 2 out, the batters
Let's
and
try
shortstop
through
Paul
that-
Evans on
that
deck.
close to the strike
Designated
zone.
player Zenon Winters.
Well, Ty, normally a rise ball pitcher. He'll work in a little bit of a change from time to time. Drop here and there, but mostly he's going to try to work on the rise ball to get batters to chase from the letters up.
Well, and that's what Cole was chasing the other night, if you remember.
Yes. Yeah, having a quiet tournament so far is Cole Evans. The guy on deck is having a whale of a tournament, Zenon Winters.
7 RBIs in a game the other night.
That does not happen very often.
That's a whole tournament for some guys.
It's a whole year for a lot of guys. Sebastian looks down at the wrist for the signals. There you see Rafa Flores with the glove over top. That black bit on his left knee, you're right on the screen from the center field shot. That's the PitchCom device. He'll enter in the secret code, and that will get transmitted to the watch or the device on Ty's left wrist. You see the wide open stance for Cole Evans, and then he'll step into it. This one upstairs.
Well, and ever since that Wah home run where he got behind on the batter, Ty's pretty much stayed ahead of the batters since then and has done a good job getting outs.
Big lean from Sebastian, and there's the drop. That one down and in on Evans. Full count. And Evans lifts this one up. Short left, there's a bunch of guys converging on this. It'll be Yusuke Morita who will come down with it for the third out of the inning. But a leadoff home run on the bat of Matthew Waugh has the Bear Creek Gremlins out in front by 1. We'll go to the home half with the Bear Creek Express coming
One
up late.
run on 1 hit, and 1 runner left on base.
Here's the batting order for the Bear Creek Express. At the top, Angel Adames, then Yusuke Morita. Ty Sebastian still in the 3 spot. Pinto bats 4th, and Flores, Galino, Callum Bichel, is down in the
Victory
7th
Express,
hole,
Bobby
and then
Thurston,
Pannebecker
and
and
second
Yusuf
baseman
Davis,
Angel
they've been
Adamas.
consistent in the
On
8 and
deck,
9 spots for
left
Bear
fielder,
Creek.
Yusuke
Defensively
Morita.
for the Gremlins, Matthew Waugh, Benanoka, Abiardo Penuelas left to right across the outfield. Cole Evans and Ladislaw Malarzouk up the middle. Jerome Remeke, Eric Ochoa on the corners. Jack Besgrove and Josh McGovern behind the plate tonight as they are alternating catching duties are the Bear Creek Gremlins. That's Nick Mullins stretching on the fence. There's Jack Besgrove. Those are some of the season stats, but for Besgrove here right now, he's yet to give up a hit in the tournament.
If I remember correctly, the last game he pitched 7 innings and only threw 70 pitches.
In that neighborhood, 70, 71 pitches, and that's with 19 strikeouts.
Very efficient.
Well, Adamas chases upstairs, and that kind of chase will absolutely help for Jack Besgrove. He had 19 strikeouts, 2 ground balls to Jerome Remeke. Could have played a king in his court game. And a swing and a miss again by Adamas. Besgrove has gone to a lot of rise balls. I mean, he still does, has a great mix. His rise ball moves not just vertically, but also laterally.
Well, another night for part of the game, the early part of the game, he threw that rise a lot, and then all of a sudden he pulled out a changeup out of nowhere.
Yeah, and he's got a great changeup. He gets Adamas looking here. And the interesting thing with Besgrove, they've decided we're not wasting any pitches here. We're coming right at you 0-2.
He's a lot like his old teammate, Cheesy. I mean, they stay right around the zone all the time. If they miss, it's not by much, or it's intentional, like a rise ball.
Cheesy being the legendary Andrew Kirkpatrick. We'll be putting him into the Hall of Fame in the not-so-distant future as soon as he's eligible, which I think will be after next year. Kirkpatrick's last season was 2023, so 24, 25, 26. So he's eligible to be voted on next year.
And he should be a shoe-in.
Oh.
A very quick shoe-in.
That will take a nanosecond. Andrew Kirkpatrick, all in favor? Aye. Yusuke Morita with that unique batting stance. There's the changeup already from Besgrove, and maybe a bit of a low-called strike there. The changeup dies. Well, the changeup dies at the plate, right? And it's where you cross the plate with the pitch, not where it crosses the batter's knees. And Yusuke Morita is so far behind home plate.
Exactly.
Can't catch up to the rise ball from Jack Besgrove. Like I said, Jack has yet to give up a hit here in the tournament. Now, he's pitched far fewer innings. Diaz set the new record tonight. It had been 19 1/3 with Adam Fulkerd, and it's now 19 2/3 with Marco Diaz. So congratulations to Marco Diaz of the Hill United Chiefs. That record stood for 13 years. Prior to that, it had stood for nearly 40 from Dick Brubaker. 1964, 18 consecutive no-hit innings.
Well, when you're pitching against these teams and these players, that's a tremendous feat when you think about it.
Oh, it's an absolutely tremendous
there's
accomplishment.
a lot of really good hitters in this game.
Streak came to an end on an infield single. Juan Zara with an infield single. Sebastian, crouch, and the swing and the miss. Besgrove strikes out the side here in the first. Through one complete.
Up on the
Gremlins
grass,
up by
express the bottom of the
one.
first.
And certainly Jack
After one
Besgrove,
complete.
no chinks in the armor.
Gremlins
So
1. Express, no score.
How confident are you in your organization's security posture? If your answer isn't 100%, you're not alone. Most organizations aren't doing enough to protect their data, and they know it. With Armitage technology, you can stop worrying about IT security issues so you can focus on moving your business forward. Our experienced staff monitor and maintain your IT infrastructure to keep your business running. Visit us at armitagetech.com and make your technology work for your business.
Leading off for Gremlins in the top of the second will be the designated player, Xenon Winters. On deck, Eldorado Penuelas.
well, Zenon Winters would lead things off for the Bear Creek Gremlins. Maybe we'll just go with Gremlins and Express for the rest of the night and save ourselves on the Bear Creek. Zenon, a tremendous game earlier in the week, 7 RBIs, and he looks like he's attempting to dig a tunnel through down to London or something. The grounds crew spent a lot of time compacting that box. Just been completely, and it's not just Zenon, but it's been completely excavated. 79 from Sebastian on the opener to Winters. In for a strike. Randy, we've got Robbie Sadgrove behind the plate from New Zealand, one of the exchange umpires. Out at first, it's Ed Otterman from just up the highway in Kitchener, Ontario. And then over at third, the world traveler, Kevin Wallace from Shipman, Illinois. He's done Canadian exchange. He's done a New Zealand exchange. Have we sent him over to Europe at all?
No.
No, we haven't. We're holding on to that, are we?
Well, USA Softball sent him to Canada for the Canadian exchange.
That's right.
And then we sent him to New Zealand for our exchange.
Okay. Big cut there from Winters as he chases upstairs. That's the pitch that Ty Sebastian has to use to get the Gremlins to chase. If he can do that with success, it'll be a good night for Sebastian. If they make him come down into the zone and lay off that pitch, could be a short night. Winters obliges him by chasing up and out of the zone for strike 3.
With one out, the batter's the right fielder, Eduardo Penuelas. On deck, second baseman, Ladislav.
You see Winters and the focus that he brings, and can't catch up with that one, not at that height. So Javier Penuelas took the opportunity between the U.S. National Championship and coming here to the ISC to go play in the Central America Caribbean Games for Mexico. Sebastian.
He's trying to help Robbie with the strike zone. He's trying to tell him there's movement on the ball. You're not seeing it come back.
What's your internal response, Randy, as an umpire back behind the plate? Your pitcher's not happy with your zone. What's your internal thought process?
It just depends on how he gets there. If he's getting there solely because of you, you just have to deal with it. If he's getting there because his catcher's convinced him that he's missing, that's a different story. Now I got to talk to the catcher and say, hey, you got to help me out here because you're pissing him off and he's pissing me off. So it just depends on which one is doing it. If it's just you and the pitcher, sometimes you just have to listen to what he's got to say. You might not like it and just press on. You know, sometimes you know that you missed a pitch. We're humans. So you just take it as opportunity to refocus and get back in there.
Take it as it comes. I guess sometimes you got to play peacemaker out there a little bit too,
Oh, yes.
because you can't have him going off on you every pitch.
All the time. If you bark back at him and now he barks back, all of a sudden you're in a situation where you're forced to possibly get him out of the game, and that
Nobody
is not
wants
going to
that.
be
Yeah.
no, that is
Nobody
not gonna
wants
be a good
that.
situation. So you have to be the mediator. You have to be the one to bring it down.
High hopper on the infield. They're going to let it roll and just gets on the other side of the line.
So they're still having a conversation. They're back and forth a little bit, but it's civil.
Yeah. Yeah, you
They're
don't have to turn the temperature down
No.
just yet.
They're just trying to come to an understanding. Once they start working together, it'll all work out. And that's something you don't see in the women's game that you do see in the men's game, where pitchers are challenging umpires or questioning balls and strikes. You know, the coaches in the women's game do that, versus here, the players do it. Coaches will too, but players do it.
And that's the rapport, I think, that we've got in the men's game,
Yes.
too, because it's a fairly small community.
Yes, they know us, we know them. If you've worked the leagues that they play in and you've worked the travel tournaments,
This one gets Penuelas on the back of the hand, and he is in some pain here, down to one knee, literally right out in front of us right now. And, boy, when you get those on those small bones in the back of the hand, that can be dangerous. Now, did it get him on the hand or did it get him up on the forearm?
I think his forearm is where he's indicating, but
yeah.
I'm not positive. Of course, Farm's there to tell him to suck it up. And
Yes, he's very useful, I'm sure, in situations like this. We'll watch on the replay here. Got the hand spread. And
Bam.
gets him just in
Outside
and
of the
around that lightning sign, just
Yeah.
below that insignia.
and that's right where your bone is. So that's, I guarantee you, that's why it hurts so bad.
Yeah, that's a stinger for sure. Penuelas will pull that tight sleeve back on. I'm sure Luiger Pinto is saying suck it up.
Oh, yeah. With a few
Matters
other.
the second baseman, Ladislav
Some words of
Malazuk.
encouragement,
Oh, yes.
I'm
On
sure.
deck,
Yeah.
catcher Josh McGovern.
Now, if you just saw, Kevin had an opportunity to talk to Ty a little bit. You know, again, we work as a team as umpires, so he's trying to settle him down, saying, hey, just throw your game. He'll call his game. We'll meet in the middle.
So it's a cut-on test here, I think, Randy. Who's got the most colorful gear? Ladislav Malazuk has got on some nice baby blue gloves. Chases upstairs, and he realizes, yeah, that's high. I know. I got to stop chasing that pitch. And a kick at the dirt is all you need to know for how Ladislav Malazuk feels about swinging on that one. But there you get a good look at the gloves on Malazuk. Now wait till you see Josh McGovern come up with his gloves.
Yeah, I think we might have some kind of competition going on.
There's got to be something going on. Eric Ochoa had the fluorescent yellow stuff, like even brighter than Rafa Flores gear.
Whatever the contest is right now, Ochoa's winning it. That's for sure.
Oh, it's definitely the brightest, without a doubt. This is pretty snazzy stuff that McGovern's got going on. And chases the rise ball again.
You see that little
He's
smile.
got that wry grin again.
He's like, yeah, I know I shouldn't have went after that one, but it looked so good. And they know coming in, they know what Ty's game is. They know what he's wanting to throw against them, and they're on the lookout for it. But it still looks very good coming in.
It does, and I mean, that is how Ty Sebastian gets batters out, right?
Yep.
That letter-high rise ball coming in, it looks so tempting. You're going to get it, and then the time it gets to the plate, it's up in your eyes.
Well, for a lot of these players, that higher pitch is their power pitch. That's what they hit out of the park. They don't normally go golfing and hit one out of the park. It's that
Not
stuff,
very often.
That
Nope.
stuff from the belt to the letters, that's the power shot.
And called strike 3 here. Malherzuk, he can't pull the trigger.
He's laughing, though.
Well, he chased 2 up over his eyes, and
I think-
Flores, he was set up outside, and that pitch maybe just off his knee. Malherzuk would like the plate to be a little narrower, I think.
Well, I think he was expecting another rise ball and got a little fooled on it.
So there you see the pink and blue arm guard and matching batting gloves on Josh McGovern. Maybe we'll try to zoom in on the batting gloves on the hands for McGovern.
Nice pitch. As they say, that sounded like a pitch, like a strike.
Sebastian trying to, there's the gloves and the arm guard. Great look at Josh McGovern. Just about to say, Sebastian trying to get out unscathed from the inning, other than the hit by pitch to Penuelas, who's been pretty much anchored to the bag.
Well, this is giving him much needed time for that, get some feeling back in that arm.
McGovern had a notion to go around, but didn't pull the trigger on it. Josh has just inherited the 9 spot from Nick Mullins, who typically will bat 9th in the lineup for about the last decade for the Gremlins. And again, able to hold up, does not chase the rise ball. That's the pitch, again, that Ty wants them to go after.
But, you know, speaking of Mullins, Greg Leather substituted him for the other night. Substitute came in, got a hit. So Mullins comes back in the game and decides, I better show Coach what I got, and hits one out.
Swing and a miss, and down goes Josh McGovern. There's the replay on that big rise ball from Ty
Gremlins,
Sebastian.
the second.
Bread and butter. Still
No
1-0
runs, no
for the
hits.
Gremlins. We'll go to the
One
home
runner
half of
left
the
on base.
second with the Express coming back up to the plate. And I've been reminded that Bestgrove did give up a hit last night. Not
Oh, to Andre.
Andre.
Welcome to Mont Hill Golf and Country Club. With our beautiful 27-hole golf course open to the public, we work tirelessly to ensure your time with us is second to none. Well, here you'll be able to enjoy an incredible dining experience at our very own Big Pete's Steakhouse. Play some of the best courses in the world with our state-of-the-art golf simulators. Upgrade your gear with the top brands at our pro shop, or host a stunning wedding, event, or conference inside one of our beautiful ballrooms. Learn all this and more at monthill.ca. We can't wait to see you soon.
How confident are you in your organization's security posture? If your answer isn't 100%, you're not alone. Most organizations aren't doing enough to protect their data, and they know it. With Armitage technology, you can stop worrying about IT security issues so you can focus on moving your business forward. Our experienced staff monitor and maintain your IT infrastructure to keep your business running. Visit us at armitagetech.com and make your technology work.
So Luigi Pinto will try to break the strikeout string from Jack Besgrove. And the change-up, and he's got Pinto way out on his front foot. Randy, we've seen a plethora of change-ups here today on this diamond. Started all the way back at the 11 a.m. game. Eric Chaparro, who we watched last night, I bet you he was close to 40-45% change-ups today. Not sure if it was just fatigue coming off all the excitement of that Gremlin game last night, but there's back-to-back change-ups from Besgrove, and we saw 4 in a row from Chaparro at one point today. Ramon Godoy, we know he's got a great change-up. He was in that 1-0 game with Toronto, and then in the Fargo game with JB, there was a ton of off-speed stuff there as well. Mallerzook, a ground ball out to second, and that's the first chance he's had in about 4 games.
One out. The letters
When
the
you got a
catcher.
pitcher like Jack,
Rafael
who throws as
Flores
hard as he
on deck,
does,
shortstop.
and then can
David
throw a
Delano.
changeup, 20 to 30 miles slower, and can throw a rise ball like he does. I mean, the batters are guessing a lot of times. It takes a really keen eye to pick those up and get a hit off of them. And that's why he's so successful.
Yeah, and it's such a devastating pitch when you use it effectively. Just burns this one on here at 84. That's the highest I've seen from Jack here tonight.
I think he was making a little bit of statement to Rafa.
And time by Flores at the plate. He's wondering, hey, who said he could throw that fast?
That's exactly why Rafa called the time. He's trying to get him off key a little bit and be like, all right, I need to control the tempo here, not him.
Yeah, he went over and he had a little chat with David Galino. High hopper, that'll go right over our heads and rattle down the dugout roof.
Rafa's shaking his head.
Honest to God, we need somebody just to follow him around with a camera all day.
He's such a jokester and prankster.
Yes. And he goes after this one hard and fouls it straight back to the screen. Josh McGovern comes to get that one off the first base side. Besgrove. And in tight to Rafa Flores, who's doing his best not to fall over backwards when jackknifing out of the way.
He's doing his best to sell that was a ball because he knows that was darn close.
Oh, gosh.
He's notorious for that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, complete with sound effects, too.
Oh, yes. Look, wasn't even close to him.
Rafa says, nope, not a strike.
I suspect he may go with a rise here.
That's been the bread and butter pitch, but do you come back with the change maybe as well? Nope, that was the rise ball. But left it in the zone, I think, maybe a little too much than he would have wanted to.
I think it's a little lower than he wanted it to be.
Yeah.
And that's not a good thing against Rafael Flores. He may be a jokester, but he's got power.
Oh, he can hit the ball a long way when he squares it up. Fouls this one straight back to the screen. So Flores and Bestgrove are locked up in a little personal battle.
Yep, we got a nice little battle going on here.
Randy, just keep an eye on the Sandlot Merchants Toronto Batmen game. It is 7-5, bottom of the sixth. The Batmen, the home team. So they've tacked on a couple of runs to make that one a little closer. Can't count anybody out in any of these games.
Oh.
There's the changeup, and strike three from Flores. He tried to deny it, but down on strikes goes Rafa Flores after about a 10-pitch at bat.
I think he was expecting another rise ball, and he got completely fooled.
Fourth strikeout of the night for Bestgrove.
Wow, look at that.
Just bends it in. Great pitch. Oh, Flores knew, too.
Oh, yeah, he was already turning, walking off for the umpire.
Two out, the runner's shortstop, David Galeno.
David Galeno to the plate. The smooth shortstop for the Express. Tries to fight that off, and it's just flared foul down the left side.
I give a shout out to my San Antonio buddies. Galeno used to play with the Glowworm from San Antonio a few years ago. Really good player.
I want to say he won the Kevin Hurley Award with them. Punches another one foul.
Yeah, as what happens, a lot of these players, they come in with one team and they show out here, and then somebody gets interested in them and picks them up the next year.
2022, David Galeno, San Antonio Glowworm, Kevin Hurley Memorial, Newcomer of the Year.
Nice.
Thought
nice.
so.
Yep.
7-6.
Ooh.
Oh, no, I take that back. That is an incorrect score. Still 7-5, Sandlot in Toronto. So McGovern is, he's just getting a ball coming in. Yeah. We did that properly. We didn't offer it up to the pitcher, unlike some other umpires that I won't name, but you should.
Well, the key there is Jack's normally happy with the balls he's got. He's not one of those that wants to choose between two or three of them.
Yeah. And gets Galeno to chase the rise ball upstairs for strike three. Picks up another 2 strikeouts here. He lets Latterzo Mallerzook get a ground ball. Does Jack Bestgrove. Through 2 complete. Still the Gremlins 1 and the Express. No score.
Score still remains 1-0 Gremlins.
A metal roof lasts a lifetime. Thousands trust Metal Roof Outlet to install stylish, stone-coated metal roofing that looks just like traditional shingles. Make a smart and worthwhile investment for your home with Metal Roof Outlet. Contact us through metalroofoutlet.com to get a quote for a roof replacement anywhere in Southern Ontario. Because when you trust Metal Roof Outlet with your roof replacement, it may be the last time you ever replace your roof.
Do you need a reliable supply of products to run your business? Are you tired of having to deal with multiple suppliers to get everything you need? Absolute Business Supply is your dedicated, full-service business supply offering over 400,000 products and unmatched customer service.
17181
At ABS,
082
we aren't just selling products.
17181-082. Winner takes home $817.
Back to the top of the shop, it's Matthew Waugh, who will lead us off. And we saw what happened when Matthew Waugh led us off in the first, Randy. Got ahead in the count, got a good pitch, and was able to drive it to
Leading off the
straightaway center
Gremlins in the
field. So
third
it would
inning.
not surprise me to
Left
see
fielder,
Matthew Waugh
Matthew
try to
Waugh
bunt his way
on
into
deck,
the
the
year.
third baseman.
No, he's
Jerome
got the speed.
Armand.
That's what's amazing about some of these players. With the speed he has and the power he has, and yet he can turn around, lay down a bunt, and beat it out for a single. And if you look at third base, he recognizes that. So
Yeah, Pennebecker is in a couple of steps and creeps in one or two more from third.
So they're well aware that he would lay it down. So I think with them in a little bit, he's probably going to swing away on this one. And Ty's working ahead again. That's what he needs to do to keep these guys off balance.
Yeah, he seems to have settled down. There's the bunt
There
attempt.
it is.
And
And
Pennebecker
still beat it.
couldn't get the grip on the ball in the glove. And Pennebecker, he came up with it pretty
He-
quickly.
Well, and he was playing up as
Yeah.
well. I was surprised he went with the bunt.
But gets out of the box well, gets the head
Batter,
down, runs
Third
hard,
baseman Jerome
and makes it
Armand.
all the way to
On
first.
deck, center fielder Ben Amilcar.
Jerome Remeke to the plate.
And Jerome actually showing bunt there for a second.
There's something you don't really see every day. One of the premier power hitters in the game. In fact, he's at the top of the power hitter list that Luciano Lafrano and I put together for the preview for the World Tournament, and squaring to bunt. Strike to Remeke. There's that power hitters list. Remeke, Pecker, who just had himself a great game when the Chiefs 9-3 win. Riley Macchia, he's struggling here this week. Lenny Villavazzo, 2 home runs tonight.
I start saying he had an even better game. He had 2 home runs and a single.
Yes. A candidate for player of the day. Well, somebody earlier in the day, I think for Fargo, also had 4 hits.
Wow.
If I remember correctly.
Maybe they'll do co-players of the day.
Oh, we'll have to talk to the committee about that one. But Tyler Damon, 4 for 4 with a walk.
So there's 2 home runs and a single. Trump, 4 hits.
I don't know. I'm
Or
not
does
the
4
poker
hits,
player. Are you the
Or
poker
does
player?
4 hits Trump? Well, I know 4 of a kind beats about everything. So
What's rarer, 4 hits or 2 home runs in a game?
I would say probably based on stats, probably the 2 home runs. But I don't know. That's a toss-up.
Yeah. I think today it is rarer to see 4 hits in a game.
Yeah.
When I was writing Tyler Damon's name into the guide, because this is my working copy for putting all the stats and stuff together, and I noticed that we had one last year to where a Bishop had 4 last year for Austria, and it had been since 2019 prior to that for 4 hits in a game.
Yep, I'll change my answer and agree with you on
But
this
there's a lot of guys who pick up 2 home runs in a game on an annual basis.
Well, when you look at it, that's 4 successful times at bat. So, yeah, I would say that trumps 2 and 1.
Well, we
2
might
home
be going
runs
with
and-
Tyler Damon then for player of the day. We'll have to submit that to the committee for consideration. Remeke fouls this one off into the screen. Swing hard in case you hit it, Jerome. Wow. Every pitch he goes after it so hard.
I'm telling you, I feel sorry for the ball when he hits it.
Oh, screaming all the way. Stealing was Matthew Waugh. The
He may
throw
go
gets
home.
away, and
Ooh.
he thought about going home, but didn't.
And Greg thought about sending him, but I think he figured it better keep him there. Yusuf's got a pretty good arm in
The batters the center
field.
fielder, Ben Anoka.
He does.
On
Yeah.
deck, first baseman Eric Ochoa.
So Remeke aboard with the walk. Waugh up to second and then third.
And we have no outs.
You know, and Ben Anoka at the plate, and strike one on the inside corner. That was a mile up in the air off the bat of Ben Inoka. Weir Pinto comes down with it. He pointed
Batter,
something
first
with
baseman Eric
Jerome
Ochoa.
Remeke, maybe about the
On deck, the
lights.
shortstop,
He's
Cole
looking
Evans.
right into that bank of lights.
Yeah, I think the lights are affecting him a little bit. He had to use the bill of his cap to block him some.
So one down, still runners on the corners. Eric Ochoa. You just keep waiting for Eric Ochoa to explode on a ball. There was a great picture by Matty Flanagan. We'll get this one published of Eric Ochoa with his follow-through on a swing.
Tell you, I've only seen one other player that has that similar follow-through, and that's Matt Palazzo.
Yes, yeah, another great home run hitter.
It just looks so different when a lefty does it.
Yeah, yeah. And a good look there by Ochoa, a good take. There he laces one out to center field. Matthew Waugh comes around to touch home plate for the second time today. And Ochoa, he's got to be about the happiest guy on the planet Earth right now after finally breaking through a little bit here.
With one out, the batters the
2-0 lead now
shortstop
for
Cole
the
Evans.
Gremlins.
On deck, designated player is Zenon Winters.
Remeke up to second base on the play. So still two runners aboard for the Gremlins. Cole Evans.
Now, he's been struggling at the plate a little bit lately, so would not be surprised to see him come out of a slump on this one.
Yeah, it's not been a great tournament so far for Cole Evans. All of that can change.
They tend to feed off of each other's energy.
Chases the rise ball upstairs. Evans set at the plate, just got a little tug of the pants. The bat waggles and chases. Looked like that was off the plate too, Randy, outside. And just,
I think just a bit outside.
It's a tough week here so far for Cole Evans.
With two out, the batters designated player is Zenon Winters.
You know what? When you got the
On
teammates he
deck, the
does,
right fielder,
they all pick each other up.
Eduardo Penuelas.
Good pitch from Evans. Apparently it was so hard that it knocked Rafa
was-
Flores all the way back to the backstop.
I was just about to say that was about the strangest catch I've seen from Rafael Flores in a while.
Zenon Winters continues the excavation work. He's an intimidating presence at the plate, Zenon Winters.
He's an intimidating presence, period.
Yeah, very intense. Just foul on the left side. I got a voicemail message from Zenon last night while Varm and I were doing the game. I sat on it for 2.5 innings because I was trying to rack my brain. It's like, did I say something about Zenon tonight that ticked him off? And actually it was a very polite message, and he wondered if we could move the score bug here just a little bit to the left, because on mobile devices, YouTube puts the number of people watching right on top of the score bug.
Huh.
And a swing and a miss here by Winters. He and a bunch of the other guys were at a restaurant watching the game, and he wanted to be able to see the score, and he couldn't see it through the YouTube graphic. So I thought, well, you know what? That's a great question.
That's actually a pretty good suggestion.
So I asked Luciano, and I think he just nudged it over a little bit to the left, and I'm told it's now just fine.
Zenon, of course, is another power hitter that's on the Gremlins, but when he's not hitting the ball over the fence, he tends to chop the ball, and he gets those high hops.
Yes.
And he tends to beat those out. So either one wouldn't surprise me here. Hitting it out of the park or chopping a single and scoring a run.
Oh, Flores again with the acrobatic catch. And then a little flair for the dramatic as well.
Oh, yeah. And so far, I believe this has been Ty's longest inning as far as being out in the field.
Yeah, he's thrown a lot of pitches here in the third. Matthew Waugh started with the single, a walk to Remeke. Got Anoka on the pop-up, but Eric Ochoa with an RBI single. 4 or 5 pitches to Evans on the strikeout, and now he's got to be half a dozen pitches deep here with Zenon Winters. And swing and a miss. That's a good pitch from Ty Sebastian. Elevated it up just to the letters.
Just enough to entice him.
Yeah. And just swinging underneath goes Winters. Gets him for
The
the
Gremlins
second
in the third,
time tonight.
1 run on 1 hit.
The Gremlins plate
2
one more
runners,
run here in
left
the
on
third. A
base.
2-0 lead. And we'll go to the home half of the third with the Express. They've got some work to do against Jack Bettsgrove, but they've got their work cut out for them as well.
Peligro Sports provides the essentials needed to give your team an edge on the field. Our brand is rooted in creating a unique experience tailored to the specific needs of your team to ensure your performance is at the best level to execute plays. At Peligro Sports, we rally behind our athletes and understand their fight to take their game to a dangerous level. Visit our store at 2200 Amsterdam Avenue in New York City or see us online at peligrosportsnyc.com. Thanks to Jose and Peligro Sports for their support of the broadcast program.
Leading off the Express in the bottom third. Right fielder, Cal Bichelle. On deck, third baseman, Cody Mannebecker.
7, 8, 9 in the order for the Express. And Bestgrove. 80 miles an hour on the rise. Ball up and out of the zone to Callum Bichelle. It was interesting hearing Varm Matiosian with how much respect they've got for Callum Bichelle due the Gremlins. And upstairs again, I'm sure he and Bestgrove know all about each other from their days with the Aussie national team. at Callum Bichel.
Well, and right now you got Aussie pitcher, Aussie batter, and Aussie catcher.
Aussie catcher, that's right. And falling behind 3-0, this is one of the rare occurrences where Bestgrove has been behind the batter.
But watch this. He's going to come right back.
Oh, I'm expecting him to zip one in here at about 84 with this next pitch, just like he did to Flores.
And I wouldn't be surprised for him to throw a changeup here just because he doesn't want to put one in the middle of the zone.
Well, he came in with the hard drop on the outside corner, proved both of us wrong. 82 miles an hour. High hopper on the infield. Evans can't get the ball out of the glove. He and Remeke, almost two ships colliding in the night. Both of them had the play on the ball. Evans ultimately with it, but you could really see him struggling to get the ball out of the glove. I'm sure we'll see
right
that.
when he was trying to get it out,
Yeah,
Jerome hit his elbow and kind of made him bobble a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. And then short hop to
The
Cho
batter's
at
third
first
baseman,
to boot.
Cody
So
Pannebacker.
tough play all
On
the way
deck, third
around.
baseman, Yusef Rivas.
I'm going base hit, to be honest. What do you think? You're thinking air?
No, I'm okay with base hit.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. That probably is a play that either Remeke or Evans normally makes. They just got in each other's way.
Well, and even if he would have came up cleanly with it, I'm not sure he wouldn't have beaten the throw.
So we'll be generous and give Callum Bichel a base hit. First one of the night. Cody Pannebacker. He's bunting, gets it down, a good one. Ochoa slings that over to Malheur-Zook, and a nice sacrifice bunt by Cody Pannebacker. What did the game changer folks say? No, they've said single, it looks like. So Yusuf Davis makes his first plate appearance against Jack Bestgrove and the Gremlins tonight. Bichel, the first base runner for the Express, and their first look at a scoring opportunity tonight.
And Yusuf is one of the Express's fastest players as far as running on the bases. He's got speed for days.
Fouled off at the plate. So an interesting question coming in for us on Twitter for Randy on this one. On ball 4, when who was stealing there for the Gremlins? Matthew Waugh was stealing, and it was ball 4 to Remeke. They threw it down, so they're throwing it at their own peril. Is that not correct?
Correct.
It's not just a dead ball automatically.
No, it's still a live ball. So if they miss it and throw it out in the outfield, they're going to run.
I guess it would be the same if you were throwing it back to the pitcher and you threw it wild to the pitcher.
Exactly.
You can advance at your peril.
Yep, if it goes out in center field, they're running. Yeah, it's not like that other game called slow pitch, where it's dead as soon as the pitch is thrown and it's not hit. We do a live ball game, so unless they kill it or unless they call time, it's live.
So with Davis down swinging, we'll go back to the top of the shop with 2 out, and Hungel
The batter's second baseman on Adamas. On deck, left fielder Suzuki Norita.
It was good morning, good afternoon, and good night for Angel Adames in his plate appearance in the first. 2 rise balls that were up in his eyes, and then he got caught looking at the third one.
I don't know if you just saw his routine getting in the box. That's the first time I've seen it, but quite different.
Yeah, he's got 1 foot right forward. The other one is way borderline out of the box.
Well, he actually did his legs like he was doing some kind of chicken dance. Never seen that before.
And this one is flared foul out of play. He actually crosses his front leg in behind his back leg when he's in the midst of the last second swing. He will at times run up through the box and
like a
slap.
slapper. Yep.
Yeah. And that's his game, right? Like if hit hits the ground twice, you're probably not going to get him. But watch the right leg as you're looking here. That's going to actually cross behind the left leg.
Oh, yeah.
And the question is he out of the box at that point?
No, he's literally putting it right beside the left leg, so he's getting that running start. He kind of goes there to set, and that gives him the whole box to run through, so that when he contacts the ball, he's not out of the box.
Yeah, he's still in the
front.
box. Yeah. Yeah, it was raised a couple of times by a couple of coaches early in the season. I mean, this is his first year in ISC competition. As far as I remember, I don't think JB had him. Down on strikes he goes again, and we're going to fire the ball to left field. Josh McGovern and Jerome Remeke, well, we'll just leave it out there. Bit of a smile from the two of them coming off the field.
A metal roof lasts a lifetime. Thousands trust Metal Roof Outlet to install stylish, stone-coated metal roofing that looks just like traditional shingles. Make a smart and worthwhile investment for your home with Metal Roof Outlet. Contact us through metalroofoutlet.com to get a quote for a roof replacement anywhere in Southern Ontario. Because when you trust Metal Roof Outlet with your roof replacement, it may be the last time you ever replace your roof.
Leading off for the Gremlins in the fourth will be the right fielder, Eduardo Benuelas. On deck, second baseman, Radislow, number 2.
Abiardo Penuelas to the plate with the Gremlins. Looking to build on this 2-0 lead they've got on their brethren, the Bear Creek Express. There's no quarter asked, no quarter given in these games between the Bear Creek squads. In fact, there's even a little bit of testiness, I think.
Oh, yeah. It's for bragging rights. And for this game, it's for staying in the winner's bracket, not having to play those extra games.
Yeah, you've got a date with the Hill United Chiefs tomorrow in the winner bracket final, scheduled for 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Penuelas chases after that first pitch, fouls it out of play. Both Liam Potts and Cunyola Samuel are up in the bullpen. There's just a minor height variation between Potts and Samuel, about a foot. Penuelas thinking bunt. Saw Matty Waugh drop one down. I don't know if you were watching the Hill United game here earlier. Bruno Matroni.
Oh, yes.
With a 72-foot bunt double.
Yes.
That was an RBI as well.
And who was it? Was it Pecker that had the push bunt right before that?
Yeah, Pecker had the push bunt, and it landed with the second baseman going to cover the bag. It basically landed where he would have been.
And that's exactly where he was trying to put it.
100%.
I don't think anybody was expecting Bruno to bunt.
No. I was shocked, actually, but it handled the bat very well. He put it exactly where he wanted it, too. Outside to Penuelos.
Well, if you notice, since that whole first inning where we had the conversations between Ty and the umpire, we've all settled down now.
Yeah.
You know, so
the game's into the rhythm. Yeah, the game's into the groove, into the rhythm.
You still may have a pitch or two here and there where they disagree with each other, but
no, says Kevin Wallace, as they asked did Penuelos go around.
And of course Penuelos was helping with the call.
Yeah, held the bat out there for everybody to see. I know we talked about it last night, but what are you looking for as the base umpire in that situation?
Again, we're just looking for the barrel of the bat. We're looking to see what we consider an offer. You know, intentional or unintentional.
Three hopper out to short. Galino sidearms that across and throws out Penuelos, opening up the top of the fourth.
The batter is the second baseman, Laszlo Malzuk.
Laszlo Malzuk.
Catcher Josh McGovern.
Got caught looking in the second. Laszlo, 5 times All-World, very quietly, I think.
Yes.
Not flashy. Makes all the plays very steady, consistent. Can hit the ball out of the park. Can drop down a bunt. Can ground out to first. Pinto, 3 unassisted. But he's had a real nice career here with the Gremlins the last decade. He's one of those guys, I know we've talked about this quite a bit. Talked about it with Josh McGovern the previous game. That factory in Argentina started really with that 2012 junior men's team that came to the World Tournament. They actually played the Gremlins that year, won a couple of U19 World Cups, and it was the nucleus of the 2019 team over in Prague. You throw in guys like Huemo Mata, Ramon Godoy, who came along in 2014, but it was that 2012 team that they built around.
Well, and I credit Greg Leather for a lot of that. He's got guys that find these guys and tell them about them. And when Laddie first came here, he was really young.
He was.
I'm talking. He looked like a baby. And everybody's like, who is this kid playing second base?
Yeah, he was a rail back then, too.
Yes. And look at what he's blossomed into.
So Josh McGovern down swinging in the second. And that was right off the mask of Flores. And that will set you back a little bit.
Rafa's got to get a little attention. He likes the
He's
attention.
doing the count out there.
Oh,
he counted up 3, 4, 5, and he just gave the thumbs up to fellow catcher Josh McGovern. There's a good look. He actually gave a kiss to the mask. So we'll get everybody set back behind the plate and Sebastian on the board. And McGovern tried to hold up on that, and nope.
That one was close.
Ed Otterman down at first. I believe it's Eddie tonight, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
Ed Otterman down at first. And misses Outside, maybe a little high as well. So McGovern, he will work his way down to first with the walk and be immediately replaced by Ladislav Malerzuk to come out to run on the 2-out catcher rule. And back to the top of the shop. Matthew Waugh, a big home run to lead things off in the top of the first, and then almost as predicted, drop down a bunt single.
On deck, third baseman,
See what Matthew Waugh has in store for us this at bat here in the fourth. How about a shot through the 5.5 hole to go 3 for 3, and going coast to coast is Ladislav Malerzuk. Wow. And that is a clear advantage there for the Gremlins. I don't know if that Josh McGovern goes coast to coast like that. He made that look easy.
Yes, he did.
Marita was ready to come up throwing, too, and thought the better of it.
I was going to say, he not only did that, but he did that without them even throwing to the bag.
Nope, because they wanted to keep Matthew Waugh at first. That's the smart decision there by Yusuke Marita. Don't go for the heroic play that it's a 1 in 1,000 chance that you make it. Make the smart play and keep the runner at first. Jerome Remeke to the plate. Romeke having a good tournament, waiting for him to bust through and hit one 1.5 miles.
It's about that time. And we saw that what happened. Ty came together to deliver the pitch. Hadn't separated yet.
Mm-hmm.
Got a little off balance, called time. Verbally called time. You can't do it with his hands because he can't separate the hands. Once he separates, pitch starts.
Then you got to go. Yeah.
So a smart move by Ty to keep from getting an illegal pitch and a ball on the batter.
And we did not advance the runner here on an illegal pitch in the ISC unless forced.
Correct. Just simply a ball on the batter.
Which I think is the appropriate level of punishment.
Yes.
Advancing the runner to me just seems too much. Strike on the outside corner.
So now we got the Kiwi batter and the Kiwi umpire.
I guess it's something you would always think about in the back of your mind. Well, hey, I do know this guy. I know what his strike zone likely is. There it is. Remeke gets into this one, gives it a charge, but tracked down at the track out in center field by Yusuf Davis.
He was trying to make us right.
That's not Yusuf Davis out there either. So Yusuf has come out of the game.
No, that's Yusuf.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Okay. Yep. I take it back. Just did not look like him from a certain angle.
Yeah, from a distance, it did look like somebody else.
For the Express in the fourth, no runs, 1 hit.
Let's talk about a
2
local
runners left on
one-stop
base.
shop.
Score
Live Well for Life is just that. A fitness, nutrition, and therapy facility all under one roof. Located at 3878 Wellington Street in Mitchell, Ontario, you can get so much done in just one visit. A full complement of staff on hand include chiropractic, massage, and personal training to get you back to your healthy self. Find them on the web at livewellforlifeinc.com or give
Live Well for Life, a proud sponsor of the broadcast program.
Leading off for the Express, left fielder Yusuke Morita.
Bottom of the
On deck,
fourth, Yusuke
Benjamin
Morita
Alex Sebastian.
facing Jack Besgrove for the second time tonight. Morita was down on strikes in the first as Besgrove got the side in the first. 7 on the night so far for Besgrove.
Morita has a very unusual stance. I won't say what it looks like he's trying to do out there with that stance, but very unusual.
I mean, yeah, we've talked about it. It is absolutely unique. You would know that it's Yusuke Morita, even if he didn't have his name on the back of his jersey.
And then with the left arm shaking.
The little chicken wing.
Yes.
Yeah. Hopper on the infield. Evans behind the bag. Sidearm throw. And the dive slide safe at the base is Yusuke Morita. And did he hurt himself on the slide? He's taking his time getting up. I know Ochoa was holding the ball.
Fun.
Yeah. All of these players, Randy, are rooming together over at Fanshawe College, the dormitory over there in London, Ontario. That dormitory where it is about a 45, 50-minute drive to the park here. But all of the various Bear Creek players are together as Sebastian bunting and 30 feet foul and behind the plate.
I guess he figured if they're going to bunt on him, he's going to bunt on them.
I can't remember. Well, we talked about this the other night. I think he squared to bunt the other night, too. But, I mean, Ty would not be doing this probably at all. Like, not in the Wednesday night Huron County League. Not in most tournaments. He's behind here, 0-2. I think Sadgrove had that first strike.
Yes, he did.
So 0-2. And a swing and a miss. Down goes Ty Sebastian.
And he came straight at him.
Yeah, he did not waste any time.
No rise, no change. He just came straight at him with heat.
The Dodgers first baseman Luigi Pinto.
Here's last night's hero, Luigi Pinto.
Rafael Flores.
Game back and forth with the Toronto Batman. The Express coming back from a 4-1 deficit. They eventually took the lead. Toronto tied it on a Cisco Lombardo home run. There's another guy who was part of that Argentina club way back when, Cisco Lombardo.
Pancho. Good kid. Very nice kid. And very good player.
Yes. I understand he's got, his wife is expecting back in Argentina. Way upstairs. Tomorrow at 11 a.m., Randy, the Northeast Drillers will take on the Sandlot Merchants.
Again, we talked about it the other night. The Sandlot Merchants, very scrappy, very tough, and no quit in them. So I think it's going to be similar to how they played the Gremlins. They're going to go right after them, and they're going to try their best to stay in the game and win it. And honestly, wouldn't surprise me one way or the other.
Well, it has been a real success story here this week for the Sandlot Merchants. They were certainly the crowd favorites last night, even though the Hometown Express were, or the Hometown Gremlins rather, were on the opposition side. Pinto, you don't normally see the catcher
Rafael Flores
like that.
No.
On deck, shortstop.
I wonder sometimes, is that just in guys' heads now, too? I mean, everybody knows Besgrove has been working the rise ball a lot this season. He's really pushed the pace on it into the 80s. And you know you're going to get at least one. Pinto or rather Flores was set and fouled this one off. Couldn't quite get that one into fair territory.
Well, when you look at from that center field camera view, you see that rise ball coming in from Jack. It gets about halfway there, and it's looking really good, and then all of a sudden it just starts up. The batter's already picking it up halfway there, so it by the time it gets there, it's unreachable almost.
Way upstairs to Flores.
Rafa gives a look.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, to go with his bright gear, he's got some more bright leg work and arm work.
Well, that's a two-piece kit that he's got on that left leg.
Look at
He's
that.
got the ankle guard. Those are some bright gloves, too,
That's
isn't
some
it?
fluorescent yellow right there.
And chases the rise ball way upstairs, shakes the head.
It's like you know better, but you did it anyway.
Yeah. And the piece on the knee is actually, it's an elbow guard, but he's got it wrapped around the knee. Chopper on the infield. Malor-Zook fires across to get his former teammates. Some good defense on display by the Gremlins. They'll strand Yusuke Morita. Through 4 complete, it's still the Gremlins 2, the Express no
For the
score.
Express in the fourth. No runs.
You can never
One
say
hit.
that is completely in
One
control,
left on the
though,
base.
to the final out. We learned that one today.
Peligro Sports provides the essentials needed to give your team an edge on the field. Our brand is rooted in creating a unique experience tailored to the specific needs of your team to ensure your performance is at the best level to execute plays. At Peligro Sports, we rally behind our athletes and understand their fight to take their game to a dangerous level. Visit our store at 2200 Amsterdam Avenue in New York City or see us online at peligrosportsnyc.com. Thanks to Jose and Peligro Sports for their support of the broadcast program.
A metal roof lasts a lifetime. Thousands trust Metal Roof Outlet to install stylish, stone-coated metal roofing that looks just like traditional shingles. Make a smart and worthwhile investment for your home with Metal Roof Outlet. Contact us through metalroofoutlet.com to get a quote for a roof replacement anywhere in Southern Ontario. Because when you trust Metal Roof Outlet with your roof,
That was Bichot, right? Oh,
That-
doesn't matter. Beninoka, Eric Ochoa, Cole Evans. 3-4-5 for the Gremlins as we go to the top of the 5th. It's been, I wouldn't say completely uneventful, Randy, but this has really just become a grind affair for the Gremlins. They've got the 2-run lead. It's a nice little cushion, and it feels like they're just grinding away to get outs.
Well, they went from completely dominating, I think, in their first 2 games to now the grind game.
Yeah. Yeah, that game last night against Sandlot was a bit of a test. You know, they did not have their way. And they've stepped up again in weight class tonight against Ty Sebastian and the Express. So far, Matthew Waugh has had a couple of answers, but, you know, I look down here near the bottom of the order, and you know, Penuela's got hit by a pitch, but past Eric Ochoa, the bottom 5 here really haven't done anything.
No.
Beninoka leaves that pitch up high and away out of the zone.
And I actually thought after the game Sandlot had against them that they were going to come back out and make a statement tonight. But so far that's not held true. They're done well, but they haven't really made that statement yet.
Big swing by Anoka, chases after the rise ball. Yeah, it was interesting. Hill United tonight came out like they had something to prove.
Yep, they made their statement.
They put up 2 in the first, 2 in the second, 3 in the third, and it looked like they were going to run away with that game. But it seemed to settle down a little bit. The Drillers got a couple of hits and then a couple runs, and they banged a couple of balls off the fence of Cole Evans. And a sliding stop out there. The throw is not great, but on the tag, they get Anoka. Good job by Pinto to come to the ball and keep the ball moving. Yes, a little bow and a thank you from David Polito over to his compatriot, Luigi Pinto. Anoka hits it hard. Slide on the backhand, but watch Pinto come to get it and then tags Anoka while he's in the air.
Well, again, Galeno, just like Cole, makes it look really easy. And that's a ball that could have easily went to the outfield for a single, but made a great play on it. Throws just a little bit off, but Pinto got the tag.
Downstairs to Ochoa.
Ochoa's been a little quiet in this game so far.
Flied out to left field in the first, the RBI single in the third. Solid shot to center field. But again, just we all know what Eric Ochoa is capable of. We just keep waiting for him to break free. Just off the outside corner.
The tie right here really doesn't want to put a runner on, so I think he's going to fight to come back in this count, get back in it.
Hasn't been able to have a clean inning here tonight. In for a strike to Ochoa.
But we got 3-1, and that's a hitter's count. So you're trying to throw strikes, but you're also trying to be careful not to leave it down the middle. Ooh.
Oh, a big cut there from Sebastian, and I think he got away with one.
I start to say I think that was the one Ochoa was looking for. Wow.
Loaded up on it. Three and two. And we'll see who comes out ahead. Is it Ty Sebastian? Is it Eric Ochoa? And gets him to chase the rise ball. Eric Ochoa absolutely disconsolate in the box. A kick at the dirt, a shake of the head as he leaves home plate. Looks skyward.
That matters to shortstop. Cole Evans on deck, designated player.
Ty used that rise ball very effectively tonight. He's gotten a lot of guys that don't normally go after that to go after it and strike them out.
Yeah, he really has had them able to go fishing. You know, and Randy, we talked about that off the top. If he could get the guys to go chase, he could have a pretty good night. Matthew Waugh got him right away in the first, but, you know, he has been pretty good here this evening. Just the 2 runs for the Gremlins. We're 2 outs into the 5th. That's his 6th strikeout of the night.
The one on Ochoa?
Yeah.
Go back in your old day. Come on,
And make it 7 as Cole Evans' struggles continue. Talked about not having a 1-2-3 inning. Well, he's got one here in the 5th inning. Ty Sebastian is closing the door for the Express. The offense has got to get hooked up, and they've got to get this train ready to leave the station.
Nothing across for the Gremlins in their half of the 5th. Leading out the Express in the bottom of the 5th will be the shortstop, David Delano. On back to the right fielder, Cal Michelle.
Shortstop David Galino will face Jack Besgrove here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Tips off the glove of Josh McGovern. You know you're good when you're throwing the rise past your own catcher. Galino down on strikes in the 2nd inning to end the 2nd inning. Big cut. And Galino down to one knee. I don't think the pitch was that close to him at all, but down to one knee to get out of the way of something. Oh, and that got Josh McGovern in a tender spot. The catcher's best friend, the high drop off the bat of Galino, and went down into the ground and bounced right back up on Josh McGovern.
And if you notice, Robbie, the
Oh, yeah.
plate umpire goes out and
Cleans
helps
the
his
plate.
catcher out. He
Yeah.
gives him a little time to walk it off and shake it off. And sometimes they do that for us. We take a shot to the mask or shot to the chest, whatever. They'll walk out, talk to the pitcher, come back, make sure we're okay.
Yeah, you guys have got to work together as a unit back there. They're there to protect you as the umpire, but sits down Galino with some country hardball heat. 85
Wow.
from Jack Besgrove. That's his peak tonight. That had some zip on it.
That's like that first pitch he threw Rafael Flores earlier.
Yes. Yeah, well, that one was 84,
Yep.
and he tops that here at 85. That's been the ceiling historically for Jack Bestgrove, 84, 85.
Well, what people
Edge
don't understand,
85 again, back to back.
well, what people don't understand is he can throw faster than that, but that's just where he's comfortable throwing to maintain the accuracy he needs.
Yeah.
It's not that he can't throw 90. He's in his zone where he throws best. And when you're hitting the spots like he does, 85 is just fine.
85 is just fine, especially when you can pull it back to 61 on a changeup. Now, he dropped that one down into the dirt, so that was an easy take for Callum Bichel. But, boy, that's a big difference when you're geared up for 85 and all of a sudden he pulls the string down to 60.
Uh-oh.
Bichel gets into this one. That's going to ring off the fence. He'll pull the chute at 2, and Callum Bichel aboard for the second time tonight.
Well, you talked earlier about the Gremlins' respect for him, and he just showed why.
He gets all of this pitch from Bestgrove to the fence. Well, I don't know about 291 necessarily, but certainly gave it a ride. But Bichel and Yusuke Morita, the only two guys to get on base tonight for the Express. So they've got a couple of hits together here and try and get something going against Jack Bestgrove. But 83, he's going to come right back firing.
Well, who else got on with the error?
Well, Bichel got on that
Was
error.
there? Okay,
Yeah.
Bichel.
And then Yusuke Morita with the dive slide into first.
So just those two.
Just those two.
Ooh.
Up and in to Pannebecker. Cody had a real nice sacrifice bunt in the third. Swing and a miss here. And Pannebecker is going to have to take a bit of a walk and reset before he gets back into the box.
I just love how Bestgrove pitches. I mean, he's just so efficient with his movements. Doesn't take as long as most of the other pitchers. He just gets in his rhythm and just keeps the game flowing along.
And he is absolutely in a rhythm right now. 83 up to 85.
And he doesn't need to throw a lot of pitches because they are all right around the plate.
11 strikeouts on the game now. Yusuf Davis.
I'd love to know what his ratio of strike to balls are and compared to other pitchers.
Well, we can go into Game Changer and we can dig those stats out.
I would be very surprised if he doesn't lead that category.
That's we've been talking about all night, so incredibly efficient because when he gets to 01, 02, he's not waiting around.
No.
He goes right after you, and if you hit it, okay, but
and a lot of other guys will try to nibble,
yeah,
they'll try to throw something close.
Exactly, they go
he
with
just
the waste
comes right
pitch.
Back at you.
I mean, 70 pitches last night in 7 innings with 19 strikeouts. Normally, if you're a strikeout pitcher, your pitch count gets elevated.
Yep.
Not Jack Bestgrove, not last night.
I don't think Jack knows what a waste pitch is.
Well, certainly, that might change tomorrow if this lead holds and they go up against the Chiefs. But right now, he's content to challenge the batters. And right now, the only one who's squared one up has been Bichel. Davis
Another
can't get him here, and that's 12 on the evening for Jack Bestgrove. Through 5 complete. Gremlins still out in front and dominating with the rise ball.
A metal roof lasts a lifetime. Thousands trust Metal Roof Outlet to install stylish, stone-coated metal roofing that looks just like traditional shingles. Make a smart and worthwhile investment for your home with Metal Roof Outlet. Contact us through metalroofoutlet.com to get a quote for a roof replacement anywhere in Southern Ontario. Because when you trust Metal Roof Outlet with your roof replacement, it may be the last time you ever replace your roof.
Zenon Winters will try to get off the schneid here in the top of the 6th inning. A pair of strikeouts swinging, and has chased the rise ball, Randy, up and out of the zone twice.
Very uncharacteristic for him.
It's been a tough night for the bottom of the Gremlins order. And Zenon Winters, first pitch, doesn't wait around, hammers that right back up the middle. He's a hard guy to hold down for a whole game.
Yes. I can't imagine what it's like as a pitcher to face this lineup.
Well, Sebastian almost had that too, and you see him look at the glove. It's like, how did I miss that? Aviardo Penuelas hit by a pitch in the 2nd. And puts down the bunt. It's a beauty. They're going to let it roll. We've seen this act before. It doesn't work. Nobody behind Zenon Winters other than Kevin Wallace. And now finally he makes it back to second base as Hangel Adamas was able to hightail it over there to get Winters back to the bag. That's how true this infield is. We've seen this down both baselines.
Oh, yeah.
The ball does not roll off the field. Look at this. They just let it go. They let it go. They let it go. It actually starts to come back in a little bit on the seams. And now Malheur-Zook is going to try to sacrifice both of these guys up 60 feet.
But don't be surprised now that he's attempted to bunt, that he doesn't turn around and get a single and score a run.
I'm wondering if that was just for show as well. Greg Leather is not a big believer in bunting. No, he's got squared again. And I think he was trying to bunt for the base hit there and trying to pop it over.
I think he was doing the same thing Pecker was doing earlier in the previous game.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they were just trying to go to town on that.
Yeah, I think he was counting on the infield coming in, and he was trying to pop it over their heads. Just got under it too much.
Greg Leather making the change with Robbie Sadgrove.
Is this
This is pinch hitter extraordinaire.
It's the same move he did night
exactly.
or two ago.
Yeah, putting in Lucio Redemar in the 9 spot, and paid off in spades last night for Greg Leather and the Gremlins. Also just gives McGovern a bit of a break. in for a strike. And 79 from Ty Sebastian. He can get it up to 80, 81. And strike on the outside corner. So very quickly, Ty Sebastian ahead, 0-2 in the count. Deep breath from Ty out on the board. Just misses upstairs.
Ty's hoping for a ground ball to get a double play out of this and get it out unscathed without giving up a run.
Yeah, that was a bit of a please chase me pitch. And Redemar has a big cut and fouls this one straight back to the screen. He's not interested in grounding into a double play. Not with that swing.
And you can bet if he gets a hit, that Zen Winter is going to try his best to score from second.
Liam Potts back throwing in the bullpen for the Express.
Ty's taking quite a bit of time here.
He's normally very quick, like get the ball, get back on the board and go, but absolutely has slowed it down here with base runners aboard. Oh, Golino goes way up the ladder. And a bit of a brush by on Javiardo Penuelas.
The left fielder actually walked.
Well, he knew that throw wasn't going to go to first, so he just ran through the bag like he was going to score even though he was out.
Golino a little bit shaken up on the play, and Paul Sebastian out to have a quick chat with Kevin Wallace about that. And Kevin and Robbie Sadgrove communicate. I'm not sure exactly what was said, Randy. I don't know if you heard it or not.
I think he was just saying that he was checking on the shortstop, just so Robbie was aware of what was going on. But he reached a pretty good ways for that ball, so he might have pulled something or just came down wrong.
So Winters is up to third. They force Penuelas.
Good, Matty.
And Matthew Waugh to the dish. Redemar aboard on the fielder's choice.
And right now the infielders are playing back at the bags because of the runner, so would not surprise me to see another bunt here because Matthew can beat it out.
Yeah, he will be surveying where everybody is, and if he can push one down here, Pannebecker takes just a step in. He goes after this, fly out to left, and coming over to make the grab is Yusuke Morita in foul territory. A little behind the back catch there from Golino as the ball is flipped into him. They strand a couple here in the top of the sixth inning. The Gremlins will go to the home half. Express really haven't been able to get much going against Jack Musgrove. Just two base hits, 3 base runners total on the night for the team in white. Sorry, black. Team in black. Get it right, Blair.
Let's talk about a local one-stop shop. Live Well for Life is just that. A fitness, nutrition, and therapy facility all under one roof. Located at 3878 Wellington Street in Mitchell, Ontario, you can get so much done in just one visit. A full complement of staff on hand include chiropractic, massage, and personal training to get you back to your healthy self. Find them on the web at livewellforlifeinc.com or give
Live Well for Life, a proud sponsor of the broadcast program.
Leading off the Express.
There are
Number
your
half the
world
six,
champions
the second
since
baseman,
2000,
Angel
going all the way
Adames,
back to the
on
Decatur
deck,
Pride with
Suzuki
Darren
Morita.
Sack that year. 2 straight Hill United flags in 24 and 25. Toronto Gators in there in 2016. I had to look for that one personally. Who's going to get added to that one for 2026? What a great graphic, Luciano. Adames. Strikeout looking, strikeout swinging. Hasn't been able to figure out Jack Besgrove, the leadoff batter for the Express.
I was looking at the graphic and I missed his chicken dance.
Remeke, strong arm throw and beats this one out. No chance to get Angel Adames when it's going to hop that high in the air. As good as Jerome Remeke is, I mean, he puts everything into this throw. Adames looking, and he is safe at first.
The batter's the left fielder, Yusuke Morita.
And he actually looked like he got a slow
On
start
deck.
coming out of the box, but he picked it up quickly.
Well, and it's interesting
Number
that he's
24,
looking over his shoulder
Alan
half the way
Salgado.
down the line, too. Yusuke Morita.
Here comes the chicken wing.
Well, and he pulled the head out, too, which he doesn't usually do. But he was almost looking at us by the time he swung through that pitch. Can't forget, this is just a 2-run ball game. And with a runner aboard, the Express really just a swing away. Everybody up in the Express dugout. Very businesslike it appeared in the Gremlins bench.
Always businesslike.
Big cut again from Morita. A little higher, a little harder, I think, with this next pitch from Besgrove.
He may throw one of those 85-mile-an-hours again here.
Yep, he came right after him. Blows it by Morita, 84. There's a baker's dozen in strikeouts for Besgrove tonight.
There's the chicken
The
wing.
batter,
Yes.
Alan Salgado. On deck, first baseman, Luigi
Alan
Pinto.
Salgado. And why not take a chance with a power hitter here, substituting for Sebastian, who hasn't been able to do anything against Besgrove, and give your pitcher a break while you're at it. I like this move. He runs into one, we got a tie game.
Well, and I'm wondering if they leave him in and bring Potts back as the flex, or if they're just going to do a straight sub here and bring Ty right back in.
On the move, throw is one-hopped down. Tagged him on the back arm, but I guess he hadn't made the base, is the question.
Not sure about that one. There we go.
Here's the throw down, and well, we're stuck on Salgado on that one. It looked to me like he tagged him, and he was still coming around. The changeup freezes.
60 mile an
Salgado.
hour.
I don't know about the steal attempt there, though.
I'm not sure either. I'd love to see another view on that.
But even I'm just wondering why send him there when you've got a power hitter at the plate, and if Salgado hits one out now, it's a solo shot when you could have tied the game. I mean, he's up there for one thing, and it's to hit the ball out of the park. He's not up there looking to dink one into left field and get a single. So why send him?
Well, Adamas is quick, but I'm like you. That's just not a situation where you give that out away.
Salgado fouls this one off into the screen. He's been the first guy off the bench for the Express when they go to the pinch hitters. Clobbered a ball the other night to straightaway right field. And the changeup, he wobbled the knees a little bit of Salgado, but it was just a bit high for Robbie Sadgrove.
And Jack rarely questions a pitch, but he took a second look in at that one.
And swing and a miss on the drop ball from Bestgrove at 85, consistently into the mid-80s here in the late innings, Randy. That's got some pepper on it, as
Express in
Joe
the
Todd
sixth.
says.
No
That's
runs,
got
one
some
hit,
giddy up and go.
one left. Score after 6 complete. New York Gremlins, Bear Creek. Bear Creek Gremlins 2. Bear Creek Express, no score.
Peligro Sports provides the essentials needed to give your team an edge on the field. Our brand is rooted in creating a unique experience tailored to the specific needs of your team to ensure your performance is at the best level to execute plays. At Peligro Sports, we rally behind our athletes and understand their fight to take their game to a dangerous level. Visit our store at 2200 Amsterdam Avenue in New York City or see us online at peligrosportsnyc.com. Thanks to Jose and Peligro Sports for their support of the broadcast program.
Jerome Remeke, Ben Anoka, Erica Choa, 2-3-4 for the Bear Creek Gremlins as they'll try to extend this lead here in the 7th. They've been nursing this 2-run lead since the 3rd. Only one clean inning on the score sheet for Ty Sebastian tonight. That was the 5th, but he's got a lot of guys just like that have been chasing that rise ball up and out of the zone. The winner gets a date with the Hill United Chiefs in the winter bracket final. The loser will play the Kegel Black Knights tomorrow. Sandlot and the Northeast Drillers will be up at 1. Sorry, 11 actually, I think. Yeah, 11 a.m. for Sandlot and the Northeast Drillers. Then Kegel and the loser of this one at 1. The ISC 2 championship game is at 4. or maybe even 4:30. And then at 7:30, it's the winter bracket final. You got your schedule made out for tomorrow?
I've got most of it.
Yeah.
I have to wait till the results tonight to try to not put a plate umpire from the region
Remeke
of two teams.
gets this one out to center field. Well, you may have two Ontario teams in that game, so that'll eliminate about half your crew.
More than half.
For the plate. Still don't agree with that rule.
No, I talked with Chris Santos about that rule today.
The batters, center fielder Benanoka on deck.
It just, to
First
me,
baseman Eric
it
Ochoa.
basically says we question the integrity of our officials, and I've never agreed with that.
Well, and plus, the rule was originally introduced by Greg Leather when he was in New York. Now he's an Ontario team, so does it really apply anymore?
Like I said, it's something that I just think we should ignore. I know Greg has strong feelings about it.
But the vast majority of teams and the vast majority of umpires come from the Central region.
Yeah, exactly. And honestly and unfairly also takes them out of consideration for a championship game.
Exactly.
When you
On
look
the
at
plate.
where 5 of the top 6 teams in the rankings come from, 4 of the top 6 that are remaining. So, anyway, I'm not going to belabor this one here. Benanoka fouls this one off. Greg and I have debated this one around and around, so. Liam Potts still throwing down in the bullpen in case he's called upon. Was very effective in relief to pick up the win yesterday against Toronto.
So just to clarify for those listening, what this rule is the plate umpire cannot be from the region that the two teams are from, if possible.
If possible,
That's
correct.
the two key words. So normally on the Friday and Saturday schedule, I try to make that possible, but it proves to be difficult at times. And like you said, it takes a lot of good umpires away from having a possible plate game on championship day. And I don't like that. I don't like being told you can't use these guys on this position.
Now, what if both are from the same region? Can you not just put an umpire from that region out there?
Well, not according to the rule the way it's written right now. And that's my argument. We shouldn't have it anymore.
Anoka goes around on that one. It would seem to me that the rule shouldn't apply in that circumstance. But again, we don't need to debate it here. You and I are on the same page, and we'll have to do that one in the boardroom.
Well, since I won't be here next year, you need to propose that rule change.
I will
at
get
next
on
year's.
it, sir. I will get on it. Benanoka foul tips this one into the glove of Rafa Flores for the first out of the 7th.
And that was one of the rare strikeouts by Ty
With one
without
out,
using
the
the
batters,
rise
first
ball
baseman
on
Eric
the last
Ochoa.
pitch.
On deck, the shortstop Cole Evans.
I'd almost forgotten about Jerome Remeke out there.
Mm-hmm.
He's pretty much anchored to the bag at first. Eric Ochoa, not that he doesn't run well, but there's no point in running yourself into an out. Eric Ochoa, RBI single in the 3rd, sandwiched around a fly ball and a strikeout. That one way upstairs. You know Rafa Flores would just love to throw.
Oh, yes.
Pinto's been working that gum all game.
Nice
In
pitch.
for a strike. Good pitch there. Sebastian looking down at the watch. It's the sign from Flores there on the pitch comm. And again, way upstairs, a nod of the head from Flores. That's the pitch we wanted, but we couldn't get him to chase. Good plate discipline here from Eric Ochoa. $116 pitches for Ty Sebastian. That's a lot. As we hit the midnight hour. Swing and a miss there. That's a good drop.
I'm curious how many Jack's had so far.
And again, chases downstairs, and he gets Eric Ochoa for the second time tonight. He got him on the rise ball earlier, but the last couple of strikeouts, it's been the drop ball.
That's back-to-back strikeouts without the rise ball as the last pitch.
With 2 out, the batter's shortstop, Will Evans. On deck, designated player, Zenon Winters.
But you know, he's seeing these guys for the second, third, fourth time, so he's wanting to make sure they're not figuring him out.
Yeah, that's a great adjustment that he and Flores are making.
Cole's still trying to get out of that slump, see if he can succeed it here.
Well, he timed him up with that pitch, but just couldn't square it up. Not much off speed from Sebastian tonight. Sebastian going for a bit of a walk behind the mound just to get sorted out. Looking down at the pitch comm device. That's going to way out of play. Off the deck and bounce on into the night.
And of course, by the time Tom makes his choice, the other ball will be back in play.
Here's one, if you don't like it. Here's another. If you don't like that one, it's a ball in the batter. Take care of that pretty quick.
Yes.
Sebastian, get back to the board. Liam Potts has thrown about 14 innings down in the bullpen. And he gets Cole Evans, can't hold back on the drop in the outside corner. All 3 strikeouts, Randy, this inning. You noticed the first one on the drop ball, making the adjustments. That's what it looks like. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th.
For the Gremlins in their half,
The Express have any
No runs,
answers
1 hit.
for Jack Besgrove?
One runner left on base.
This business was opened in 1965 by my father, Ned Matiosi. Could have walked in here 25, 30 years ago and seen just about the same thing. The process of making this suit takes about 6 weeks. It goes through about 12 or 13 hands as it's moved along the line. It's an old-time place. Making stuff from scratch here in the city at a reasonable cost. It's a very personal type of business.
for the Express. The bottom of the 7th. Leading off will be the first baseman, Luigi Pinto, followed by the catcher, Rafael Flores.
Go. Pinto, Flores, Galino, the scheduled batters. Flores is on deck. That's Pinto at the plate. I was expecting better than just these bright white cleats from Luigi Pinto here this week.
He must not have got a memo before the tournament started.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed, to be honest. He's normally got some great shoe game. There have been some others here this week who have really shone in that department. Ground out strikeout for Luigi Pinto. Upstairs.
I think that might have went off the bat.
Did it hit the bat?
I'm not sure, but I'm curious what the count is now.
Let's see if Robbie puts it up.
It's showing 0-2 on the board.
That one up and in. With been at least 2 of those, so. I'm not sure that we're keeping up here.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
And ball 4 to Luigi Pinto. We're into one swing territory.
We got a change coming.
Well, pinch runner here for the Express. That is Chase Konechny. He's the resident.
The batter's the catcher, Rafael Flores. On deck, shortstop, David Galeno.
Flores caught looking in the second, and a ground out to Malerzuk in the 4th.
I'm pretty sure that's the first walk that Beast Grove's.
Now running at first base, Chase Konechny.
You are correct, sir.
This is not the time to be putting runners on.
No, I'm a little surprised, to be honest.
I am too.
That put Pinto aboard. Now, Pinto very dangerous, but you did not want to put the game-tying run into the box. And there's a strike on the outside corner. So 1-1, 84 still from Bestgrove here in the 7th. And a mighty cut from Rafa Flores.
Rafa gives him a little grin, like almost.
88, 89 pitches. Well, we got 86 here. Game Changer has us up to 89, so somewhere in that neighborhood.
That's not a bad count.
That's still pretty economical. It's not as economical as he was last night, but outside. If he can get through this 100, 105, that's a pretty good night. And a big cut and fouled it straight down. It looked like that got a piece of McGovern somewhere. Seems okay. He's a tough guy back there, too.
Yes.
Down to one knee is McGovern. And the changeup, and that'll allow Konechny to speed his way up to second base. Now, his run ultimately doesn't mean a thing.
No.
It's the run at the plate that matters. But that changeup, interesting too, got away from Besgrove.
Yeah, I would almost go back to the rise. You get that third strike.
Well, they do. They get him to chase, but foul into the screen. And after Flores getting a little more animated at the plate. He's just missed 2 or 3 here in this at-bat. And chases the drop down and out. 84 from Jack Besgrove. Some great pick selection from Josh McGovern and Jack Besgrove to get Flores swinging. That drop just fell off the table.
One out the
Flores
kill
knew it
shot.
as he was
David
swinging.
Galeno. On deck, right fielder Cal Bichow.
David Galeno. You want to get Galeno here. You don't want to face Callum Bichow with 2 runners aboard. Galeno swings at one over his eyes.
Well, if you remember, Bichow hit that one off the fence earlier in the game.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You don't want to go face Bichow with a couple of guys aboard. You could be looking at a tie game.
I'm still just very surprised he walked the first batter. That's very uncharacteristic of Besgrove.
Yeah, for sure. Ladislav Malor-Zook. We'll move Konechny up to third, but Randy, as we said, get to face Callum Bichow without
With 2 out the batters,
2 runners
the right fielder,
on.
Cal
Greg
Bichow.
Leather, kind of thinking the
On
same
deck,
thing about Callum
third
Bichow.
baseman Cody
It's the first time
Vanderbecker.
he's been out for a visit. I'm sure just a reminder to everybody that Bichow tapped the ball in between Evans and Remeke all the way back in the 3rd inning, and a little bit of communication between the 2 of them to make sure they're not jostling with each other over a high hopper. Tough night for Galeno at the plate with 3 Ks. Luciano has taken over for Joe Todd as the harsh scorer on the crew. Game Changer had it as a hit. I wrote down hit, but I'm always pretty generous on the scoring. But Luciano had that play as an error. But then he banged the double off the fence in the 5th.
Yeah.
That's been the only hard hit ball of the night.
And I could almost make a case for either one, for the error or for the hit. Like I said, I think he was going to beat it out anyway. But then the 2 Gremlin players hit each other and caused the ball to bobble in the glove.
Yeah, you could see that Evans was really struggling to get the ball out of the glove as he was rubbing shoulders with Remeke. Upstairs to Bichow.
back to the Aussie.
Yes.
Pitcher, catcher, hitter.
100 pitches for Jack Besgrove.
Nice.
In for a strike. Gone to the drop, just like he did last night in the 7th inning, Randy. Went to the drop much more often. Keep the ball down. Make the hitters pound it into the ground. Let your defense do the work for you. I said to Peter Lubardius earlier tonight, and Peter is a noted foul ball magnet wherever we are normally situated. But I said to Peter Lubardius, I said, we're pretty protected here. There's a roof above us. There's a big screen in front of us. And there's no diamond behind us. So unless somebody lobs one in from behind, we're pretty good here. Knock on wood. Besgrove gets the signal in from McGovern. And wraps it up with a strikeout. The Gremlins will make their way to another winter bracket final and another date with the Hill United Chiefs. 17 strikeouts on the night for Jack Besgrove, a day after he had 19. Bear Creek Express, only a couple of guys able to reach base. Callum Bichel twice, Luigi Pinto, and Yusuke Morita. Oh, don't forget Angel Adames was on base briefly as well. Quite a game here this evening for the Gremlins. Jack Besgrove reigning supreme. We're headed to Friday, Randy. 2 more days. It's hard to believe that tomorrow is, in fact, it's later today, is already Friday at the ISC World Tournament. Make sure you come back and join us. Tomorrow, ISC action starting at 11 a.m. here on Softball Premier TV and the ISC Network. For Randy McLam, Peter Labardius, Aaron Durant, who joined today. I'm Blair Setford. Thanks for being with us and enjoying the 2026 ISC World Tournament. We will see you tomorrow.